and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show with Comrade Lante Oriaki. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. Please.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my people, wherever you are. You are welcome to our Sunday tonic, the one we call the Comrade and Friends. Today is the 27th of June 2021, and we are back again to talk about certain issues affecting us, our lives, especially at those states and indeed Nigeria. There's been so many issues around town. Some you already know, but we'll be talking about them today. We know the popular issue of side chicks with the death of Mr. Osifo Ataga, and even across the world coming to the United Kingdom, side chick is also causing loads and loads of issues. The Comrade and Friends will be looking at that today and some other topical issues if time permits. But just before we start, I want to apologize to all our viewers, our friends. Sorry that we are starting a little behind schedule. And you know, you plan these things and then things happen and we just have to attend to them. My apologies to all our viewers, all our fans for starting very late. But I promise that it's going to be a very good one and we're really going to enjoy ourselves. I'm not alone, but I'm standing on the shoes of our big brother, Comrade Lanti Oriaki. I'll be taking this segment for now, but just before I go on, I would like to bring the team so that I can introduce them and let them say a word or two to our lovely viewers. First on the list is our dear brother. For the purpose of this program, like Comrade Lanti would always say, we call ourselves Comrade. So I want to bring on board Comrade Tony, Comrade Dr. Tony Agbons, to say hello to our people.
People, I want to greet all of you now. I join my brother, pharmacist Austin Iremira, to greet all of you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. I hope we all had a very good week. We thank God that we have seen the last Sunday for the month of June. This is a very special Sunday. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. I will tell you people the reason why today is a very special Sunday. Thank you all for joining us. And please share this program, share the broadcast on our of this program on YouTube and on Facebook. Share it, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my comrade Dr. Tony Agbons, for saying hello to our viewers and welcome them to today's program. I also want to call on the main comrade himself to just introduce himself before I take it from the next level. I'm talking of our own comrade, Lamte Ikponwosa Oriaki. Please say hello to the people.
Thank you very much, Comrade Austin Iremira. Now, man, how you be? Yes, friends and of course followers of the Comrade Show, I want to thank you very much for joining us. Like Austin said earlier, we are apologize for starting this program a bit behind the schedule. I'm sure today's program is going to be very exciting. Just don't touch that dial. All you got to do, all we expect you to do, is share the broadcast, let it go around. Let's get some more people together, and of course, let's interact. Thanks for joining us. My brother Austin, over to you.
Thank you so much, my brother Comrade Lanti, for that wonderful introduction. Our guests and viewers, like I said, today is going to be a very, very important episode in the life of Comrade Show and the Comrade and Friends. Last Sunday, we talked about celebration mood in the month of June. Our brother, our uncle, our visionary, one and only Comrade Lanti Ikponwosa Oriaki is celebrating his birthday today. It's not that it was yesterday, it's actually today. So you understand that the entire Comrade Show, the entire team is bubbling because somebody great is celebrating today. Hence the reason why I'm doing this on his behalf. And on that note, I just want to call on my brother Tony to say a word or two about Comrade Lamte by wishing him happy birthday before we get back to him.
Thank you very much, my brother Austin Iremira, the man who has nicknamed this great show the Sunday Tonic. Like I was saying off camera before we came on air, it is good to celebrate life, and it is good to celebrate people who are changing our narrative. We want to, on behalf of the entire team of the Comrade Show, on behalf of the board of trustees of the Comrade Show, on behalf of all fans worldwide of the Comrade Show, want to wish our Commander-in-Chief, Comrade, General himself, our brother, the man that knows all the in-win-wins, a social commentator, a change agent, a social engineer, one who God Almighty is using in our time to change our landscape. Our brother Lamte Ikmomusa Oriahi. Happy birthday, my brother. We wish you long life, prosperity, all-round success. May all the lines continue to fall for you in pleasant places. You will never know a better yesterday. More wins, my brother. Words will fail me to actually celebrate you today. You are a man of the moment. You are a man sent by God to change our narrative. And we pray that God will continue to strengthen you, your wife, your children. Anything you touch will turn to good. I wish you a very happy birthday, my brother. My brother Austin, I will stop there.
Thank you so much, Tony, for all the wonderful and beautiful words you poured on our brother today. To be frank, those words are real and they are coming from the heart. I just want to say that ordinarily some people will say, oh, we would have closed today's program and just allowed the birthday boy to enjoy himself. But let me tell our viewers, Comrade Lamtin Okpawosa, he was one of those who went against that suggestion because it actually came from one of us today. But he said, no, the show must go on. Family members, wife, children, friends, everybody waiting to celebrate, but he has said no. So that shows the kind of person that he is ready to lay his life for the betterment, for the enjoyment, for the good and progress of his people, Edo State and Nigeria in particular. So we are indeed blessed. I want to join my brother, Comrade Dr. Tony Agbons, to wish our CNC a very special, happy birthday. Like Tony said, your path will continue to fall in pleasant places from today and beyond. You were born for a purpose. You've started that instrument, but where you are going to go to is long, 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 long far from here. And we pray that God will fortify you, give you the right enablement, the wisdom to continue that which you have started. It's a noble cause and God will bless you and bless you richly. So without further ado, I want to give the floor to our birthday boy, the Omomo and the Superman of today, Comrade Lamti Ikpomosa Oriaki. Talk to the people on the occasion of your birth. God bless you, my brother.
Amen. Thank you so much. I am humbled beyond words. Honestly, I just don't know where to start from, to be honest. I mean, your words are very humbling, to be honest, you guys. But I will start with you guys. You know, somehow, you know, our relationship has grown from just friends to family. And what I've experienced since the wee hours of this morning till this moment is massive, like really massive. I honestly it's overwhelming. the gesture of goodwill that Dr. Agbons, Comrade Austin Iremira, my sister associate Comrade Loretta Oboroko. I mean, the gesture of goodwill that you guys have shown, towards me. In fact, I don't know. Words cannot just explain. To be honest, I thank you guys. I'm humbled. I am humbled that I am able to call myself a friend of you guys. To be honest, Loretta is my sister from a different mother. You guys are my brothers from a different mother. It was the first call that woke me up this morning was a call from my godfather, His Excellency Ambassador Matthew Biki Waifo. It's my family, everybody, my Facebook friends and family, the Comrade Show friends, and families, everybody outpouring of, love, of prayers, of, it's been massive. And, to be honest, I am truly humbled. And the only thing this does for me is make me look at myself and, of course, challenge myself, to continue to do the best I can, towards supporting the growth of our society, towards supporting, the growth of Edo State, most especially, and that's what we've been doing. It's what we've been doing with the platform we have. It's what all of you guys have been, doing as well. The supporters of the Comrade Show and friends of the Comrade Show is what they have all been doing, because we've come to that point where we realize that, change is not going to happen by way of some mirage. It's going to happen because people deliberately make, efforts to do that. And that is a goodwill that I believe I'm enjoying right now. And it is a goodwill that all of us we are going to keep enjoying by the grace of God. So guys, I thank you guys. I thank there's so many of you guys. I can't mention names. To be honest, too many people inbox. Apart from that, people have been putting money in my Aza to say, Obiepa, we just want to celebrate you. People have been sending me gifts, either virtually or people have been posting things to me like, man, what can I say? Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I hope that the coming year will even be more eventful. I think that's what we should look forward to. So, Dr. Agbon's Comrade Iremira, my sister, Dr. Loretta Ogboroko, what's his name? My godfather, Ambassador Matthew Biki Waifo. I thank you very much. My family, pharmacist Kennedy Yoriaki, my brother, Ebony Esusa, Usaze, my wife. Man, I don't. What can I say? Really, I'm glad that I have such a wonderful family. I mean, the family is just like me. Wow. So I'm so favored, to be honest, that I have a family like this that cares so much about me. And I just believe that beyond the sky is going to be the limit for all of us. We pass through this world, and the world will recognize that we pass through this world, and that's what we're going to do, all of us. And so I'm just thankful to you guys. There are some friends out there too who have been doing so much. I will just mention somebody like Best Ogumu, wonderful personality, my brother, Usaze Mede, great personality. These guys, if you have people like this, you are very guaranteed that you are sure that tomorrow is brighter, because all of these guys, they've got great energy for change, and to be in that family of this kind of people like you guys, believe me, is the most humbling thing, to be honest. I cannot, that is the honest truth. I don't know if you guys would mind. Somebody is calling. I'm sure the person is just watching us right now. Hello.
Hello.
I greet you, sir. Hello, can you hear me? Come on, Agwaye. Oh, Mr. Gion, thank you so much for calling. I greet you, my brother. Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Where's the car, bro? They are very fine. No, I'm on with birthday. Me one. We are doing it together. Thanks for calling my brother. Thank you, sir. Where's the baba? I'm actually on a live program. Yeah, call you as it, but mama, when I get through. Where's the car, bro? All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, so my people, thank you so much. All the wishes, all the prayers, una do well. God will bless una well. Thank you so very much. I'm humbled. Over to you, my brother, Comrade Remira.
Thank you so much, Comrade Lamptey. I know if we open the lines, there's going to be so many people calling to wish you happy birthday. I'm not a good Bible scholar, but I know somewhere in the Bible that says that when a man washes his hands so well, he sits and takes position with elders and people of good standing in the society. Comrade Lamptey, that's what you've done, and that is what you continue to do. Your good words will speak for you. I also want to appreciate your immediate family, especially your wife and children, because when a man stands in front, there is somebody behind that is giving that support. So it's also like Dr. Tony would always say, we have to celebrate ourselves. In celebrating you, we have to celebrate your wife as well, who has stood behind you and continues to give you all the strength that you need to forge ahead. Like we talked about last week, family is very important. We will not be here to celebrate this birthday and to talk about you if there is no family standing behind. So we wish you a very happy birthday. I'm not going to ask you how old you are now. I will leave that for next year, because hopefully by next year we are going to have a grand ceremony that will continue for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Amen.
But to draw the curtain to a close on this is just to say that God will bless you. There's something special in your heart that you want. Only you and God knows. That will come to fruition, and today will mark another phase in your life. And I encourage you to continue your good work. May God bless you richly and grant you peace that is beyond measure, energy to continue, and fortitude to remain resolute.
Amen.
God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. I just, because we are doing this one as we are led, we are going to allow a few phone calls, because Comrade Lamptey is and I just want to say this. Most people may not know this. Because in the course of the struggle that most of us were involved in, the struggle to change the status quo, the struggle to change our narrative that some of us got to know. Yeah, a call is coming in. Let's take some calls. Pharmacist Austin, if you don't mind.
We have missed that.
Okay, so we're going to take like maybe 5 or 6 calls, spread around. Because I know people are itching to, to let's Lamptey hear some things about what he's doing, and hear, where God is taking him. There's a lot of comments. People are really wishing him goodness. Like I was saying, I have not met Lamptey ever. I've not met him, But like we said, we met on the journey, on the road for the struggle that we all began last year. And we've been in different parts. And even Austin, I know you may have met him long ago and all that. But I believe that there's a divine call upon the life of this man. His passion is for the happiness of the majority. His passion is for the good of humanity. So we'll celebrate. So please, our viewers, if you want to call, the number is on our page. You can call in very briefly, let's say for 1.5 minutes or so. We will just take these calls. Austin, I know you have not finished what you were saying before. If you want to still say something while we wait for 1 or 2 calls before we go to other aspect of our program today.
Yes, I think let's just give a few minutes just to wait for that call, and then I will then use the opportunity to say a thing or two about Comrade Lanti Mousauriaki.
Yes.
I first met him many years ago when we were in University of Benin. In fact, he was coming for to get his form to run for the office of, I think I've forgotten now, Assistant Secretary or Financial Secretary or PRO of the SUG. I remember I was the one that gave him that form. And that was the encounter I met. That was when I met him for the first time. I also know that Comrade used to be a very good footballer. He was playing for the school team. I remember those days. And we all left Uniben. I never remembered or thought about him until the struggle started again last year when by divine intervention I got invitation for a Zoom meeting or so, either through Loretta, and I joined and we started talking, and here we are today again to reenact the cord of friendship, and the cord of friendship is all about the struggle. He is a man that has melted so many hearts and has laid his life for the progress and development of our dear Edo State. In fact, every Sunday my children would always sing, "Welcome, Comrade Lamti." They'll be forcing me. They want to meet him. They are one of them. I think that's a phone call. Let's take it. Let's take that call.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Is that the Lante show?
Yes, sir, you are on the Comrade show, yes, sir.
Yes. My name is Mr. Ferdinand Rosai, and I'm an ardent listener of this show. And I want to really congratulate you on your birthday.
Thank you, sir.
To wish you a happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Your passion for the development of our country and our state is the passion is so burning in you, and I'm so glad we have somebody like you in that state, from that state that lives in the diaspora. I want to wish you a happy birthday, my brother, and to wish you all the good things of life and all the good things you desire in life.
Amen.
I can see a leader in you, and we are hoping that day, the day you will take up the matter of leadership and say you want to contest for any position in that state. We in the diaspora of like minds, the likes of me and the progressives, we all stay and queue behind you. I wish you happy birthday, my brother, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much to that caller.
Thank you, our brother, Mr. Ronsaye, for that beautiful call and prayer. Mr. Ronsaye has just added another thing. Even Lante's passion, even it goes beyond those states. His passion is for Nigeria as well. I remember during the Ondo State election, I remember what we went through. I think another call is coming in. I can hear the phone ringing as well. We'll take that call now.
Hello. Call ye.
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you. Call mama. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, I can hear you, ma. Call. Oh, I yes, you call ye. Yeah. No worry. Yes, you are, ma.
Okay. Don't wear up there to be any. Don't wait at Biogiga. I see a woman. That more working. Don't want a carry your body a 1 hour. But I don't want no you or no to hear. Then we can't die with me. To hear toss or Diona Nota. I will be in a Yasuno. You know, you want it. No, you can't give it that moment. Jesus Christ on your lap. Where can the work? Kate, I'm on a mudia. O Salabaki about who Betsy. No, you have your bed by your yake. Kate, or a Balakan Salabaki. No, yet see ya here. Oh, I will have no Salabaki. Oh, you have your boy, yake. We are in Balakani. So, Yasu for one. Jesus Christ on your lap. And the Lord has a look while you on 9 Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He
He
said,
said,
God bless you so much.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Wese kakaba osafian gbwe.
Amen.
the prayers of
The woman who just called now, she's one of the, I don't know what to say, one of the most ardent supporters of our Edo Street Lighting project. She took the project as her own, as a matter of fact, to the point that, you know, apart from just donating lights, she's equally identifying places, galvanizing the people in those places to ensure that they light up their communities. She's just she's just one of a kind, you know. Honestly, I'm really humbled. Honestly, I'm really humbled.
To be frank, Lamte, like Dr. Agbos has said many times, when elders talk, they carry a lot. And when elders pray for you, it is something serious. And I listen to that prayer very well. Those are prayers rich with words, and heaven has answered that for you.
Amen. Amen.
So we will wait for one or two more calls before we proceed. So,
Yes.
so like I was also saying,
go ahead.
Comrade Lamte is not just an anchor, he's a leader par excellence. I know a few things about him. No sooner had he arrived to the United Kingdom, he showed himself on leadership again, and he is the president of the Edo community in the northern part of England.
Is it Edo? No, it's Nigeria. It's Nigeria.
Nigeria community.
Oh,
It's
the
Nigeria community
in the northern part of England. And he also held similar position far back in Spain. So he's a leader, he's born to lead, he's a galvanizer. Please continue. Like Osho would say, never retire, but refire to energize, to continue. So I know Dr. Tony Agbons, you want to say a thing or two?
To open my mouth and talk.
Yeah.
Like that EA said in that prayer, I was actually feeling goosebumps, the power of the anointing while that prayer was being said in a Edo language. She talked about Egbalaka. And for those of us who may not know what Egbalaka is, it is a ladder. So my brother, I want to reaffirm with that prayer that Uwe Egbalaka ni ya oahiens okun oahi Egbalaka ni ya sekenurie. And the plan and purpose of God for your life will come to pass. You are already on the journey and you have just started. So we congratulate you, my brother. We congratulate you. So we are going to continue with the program. If phone calls come, whatever we are saying, we will take the call because today is a very special day. So like we agreed last week, people born in the month of June, you guys are doing well. You are doing well.
Absolutely.
I mean, Austin, what do you say to that?
Absolutely. And just to borrow the words, because you are using it now, they are fantabulous.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Do you know? Sorry, sir. Sorry to interject. Do you know that I think the Speaker of the Federal House of Assembly was equally born in June?
Okay.
He's a great man. Unfortunately, he's not representing June very well. That's my take.
Yeah.
I think people born in June should represent June very well.
Yes. Okay. So you people have at least you have a fourth line already. So we are going to crack you guys from there. So anyway, we've been on our dear viewers and those who are following the show. Please let's share this broadcast. It's a very special one. More so, Edo we mune we yerukpana gbon ya dere. Ama we den ijien lemieki. So if you translate that, they say the firefly says he's always producing light for people to see. And not even on a day when his mom has prepared his favorite bean cake. So yeah, that's another phone call coming in. Let's take that call.
Hello.
Comrade show.
I greet you, sir.
Good evening, Musa Ahmedu.
Oh, hi, Chief. God bless you, sir. Domo, sir.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir. Domo, sir.
Wonderful. For me, you celebrating your birthday today looks as if we are also the ones celebrating it.
Amen.
That aspect of you I have experienced it. There's another aspect of you I experienced. Whether day or night, you speak your mind, and the truth makes you happy. That is why people like myself, we engage in anything you engage in.
Thank you, sir.
Prepare yourself. There's a leadership role you must play in the state because that's what we are lacking. Don't panic. Nothing will happen. You will lead us. Before now, Edo State thought when Upemudia start, others will follow, but it didn't happen. Maybe this time around it will happen, and I believe it will happen for two reasons. Number one, you change the narrative of Edo State. Number two, you are a contented person. You are a true friend. It is good you are there. It is bad you are there. Lamte, the only portion God has given you is long life and wealth. You will get it. You will be your surplus.
Amen.
You will not walk alone. You don't know who you are. It's always going to be that life on the Roman time. But this time around, we will let you know who you are. You are selfless. You are honest. You are truly an adult person. And most of your friends are not even beneath. They are more from Awuchi and Ushan. That speaks the person you are. I wish you all the best. Long life, I said, is your portion.
Amen.
You will celebrate in style, good health. And as you walk along, we will always be behind you. Say, Comrade, that's fine. Thank you very much for knowing you, for being by our side, for being part of our family. Anywhere you are, we are with you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi, Chief Musa Ahmedu.
Yeah.
The birthday boy is feeling really, really humble.
I am.
He's surprised. He's taken aback. Thank you so much, Hi Chief, for being a friend of the Comrade Show and for your wonderful words and your prophecy today on the life of this gentleman, Comrade Lamti Ikpomosa Oriaki.
Hi Chief, we thank you. Another call is coming. We thank you, Hi Chief Musa Ahmedu.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. Can you just reduce your?
Hello.
Can you reduce your device?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Who is calling?
This is Godwin Erabo from Italy.
God bless you, my brother. Thanks for calling me.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. I can see my bosom friend there, Tony. You saw today. Dr. Tony.
Yeah.
I like
Epadomo.
I followed it, especially during the last gubernatorial election.
Yeah.
I love the way you and your team handle the whole issues and the awareness you guys brought to the masses, especially the people in diaspora. I think that contributed a lot to the victory of our governor. I just want you to continue with your efforts. God that seeth in the secret will surely reward you.
Amen.
I know today is your birthday, which is a great day. We celebrate with you. Once again, I want to wish you a happy birthday and more years, more fruitful years.
Thank you, sir.
Please don't rest in your house. I don't know if it's appropriate for us to still talk about another issue today, apart from that of your birthday, because I just tuned in and I saw congratulatory message. I just wanted to know some issues, if you are ready to discuss issues, especially that of the present day situation in Nigeria, like the Midwestern movement. What's your take about this issue?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
My
Yes,
brother.
Sorry, sir. The moderators have heard you. They will respond, live, as we get back. Sure.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I always say Kabo. So how about the boss, sir? Domo.
Yeah, thank you very much. my brother and big uncle, big daddy as well, Godwin Rabo, all the way from Italy. That was one of my mentors as a young royal ambassador when I was growing up in Benin. Thank you, sir, for your prayers. We've taken note of that issue, and in due course, we will talk about it. Thank you also, High Chief Musa Amedu, for your prayers and your support for the Comrade show. We really appreciate you. Austin, let us kind of just put a curtain on why the celebration will continue. What do you have to say? I think another call is coming. We still got some few minutes. Let's take this call.
I don't know if this call is related to this matter, but let me find out.
Let's find
Hello?
out.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. How are you, bros? Where's the cowboy? Thank you so much. Oh, with COVID, you know, what if I could here? Just with the family, you know, we didn't really do anything elaborate. But some people want to take me somewhere, but I don't know how it's gonna be. Cover, but what's thank you, I appreciate you, my brother. Where's the cowboy? Thanks for calling. All right, bye. Yeah, she's upstairs. Mary studio. All right, but what's that's
all right.
That's Austin Eguavo's younger brother.
Oh, great. Yeah. So we thank God for all the good messages. Austin, thank you very much. Although we didn't plan this, but I think it just came on the spot to allow people to phone in and send their goodwill messages and prayers to the Comrade General himself. So, Austin, if you can wrap up this segment so that we move ahead, my brother.
Yes, so I just want to thank all our viewers, especially those who have left comments on our comment box and those who have phoned in to congratulate and to wish our CNC, our ultimate Pataki, our Ogu Magala, and the big elephant in the house a very happy birthday.
You're my brother.
This will not be your last. In fact, it's the beginning of so many. I also want to say that even as we celebrate you, I know you are humble, but I want you to even be even more humbler and show humility and remain focused. Comrade Lamte, eye on the ball, no distraction. May God bless you richly, your family, your wife, your children. And for those of us who associate with you, as we wish you well, we pray that goodness will also come to us. Everything will be possible. Upward, upward, forward, backward, never.
Amen.
Dr. Tony.
Thank you very much. Good people of those states and Nigeria. We just want to appreciate you all that have sent messages to Comrade Lamte. We can also begin to mention all of you. Thanks to those that have called in. We want to go to an issue that have been trending in the media space in the last 1 week, which I know many of us are very, very conversant of, is the side chick gate and the matter that have led, unfortunately, to the death of the CEO of Super TV in Nigeria, talking of Mr. Michael Usifo Ataga, who during a phone session with a 21 years old girl, Chidinma Adaora Ojuku, a 300 level mass communication student of the University of Lagos, met his Waterloo. This matter has been trending. So many things have been happening. We now have a National Association of Sugar Daddies of Nigeria who are going to be having a meeting in Port Harcourt this week. We have a National Association of Anti-Chidinma who are now, their market is low. So a lot is happening. There have been a lot of vitro on social media. Some people are now sent. Some men who we know are very smart with side chicken. They are not saying that they are sent. They've never had side chicks. So there's a lot going on. And the moral question is, must a man have a side chick? Comrade Austin, I want you to fire the first salvo.
Remember that I'm a man too. But just to answer your question, it might be difficult. Let me answer it in two perspectives. Because some people would argue that if not for side chicks, maybe they won't be alive today. Probably if they are having very torrent, violent, difficult marriage and their home is not welcoming and they only find peace in having side chick. For those people, it may make sense, or one can say it is right. But in the eyes of religion, it is not right. And in the eyes of morality, it is not right. Especially given the situation of what has happened now, where life is involved. And just before I go further, I just want to pray for the repose of the soul of Mr. Usifo Ataga and for the family of the disease, that God will give them the fortitude and the courage to bear this loss. I understand these godchildren as well, so the family in any way will also be going through difficulty. And also too for the family of the said girl Chidinma, will be a bit traumatic for them as well, especially if they are not aware and never knew that their daughter was involved in anything of this sort. So I would leave that answer there. I would say morally it is not right, but people experiencing difficulties and challenges in their marriage who find favor or hope or happiness in side chick, it becomes slightly very difficult to say an outright no.
Thank you, Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremira. You have, created a framework for this discussion. The birthday gentleman, I know you are celebrating birthday, but we want to get your thoughts. Austin has raised a moral question, and there's a burden for all of us, and even for some of us who are parents. Mr. Ataga was 50 years old, and Chidinma is 21 years old. Some persons have alluded to the fact that the late Mr. Ataga, took advantage of the fact that she was, struggling financially. She's in school. She cannot pay her school fees. So there's a moral question, a burden on society. So what angle are you looking at this issue? I just want you to try and establish something, Comrade Ikponsa.
To be very candid, there is nobody who's going to be able to boldly come out and say that they have a generally acceptable, answer to any question. Every response is subjective, just the way Tony tried to look at the first question you asked. Now, there's a huge moral question, but in a do, for instance, we tell you that where Isan or Swa is Sanwuhe, which means that something is when things happen, it is always caused by something, and all of that. Whether it is morally right or wrong, okay, but this is just the way life is. You understand what I'm saying? And so I would rather think that every situation should be treated, in itself as the situation is, without generalizing it to reflect others, because every of these situations, most of them are unique in themselves. Now, talking about this particular issue right now, there are so many questions unanswered, and of course, a lot is already coming out. Okay, the initial story we have about the confession of the girl herself, some other things are coming out right now to debunk that. that there are so many things behind this particular matter. Okay, some people have equally come out to say that the man, Ataga, as it were, as was alleged, is not a drinker, he doesn't smoke. Some people have even come out to say that the girl, you know, the Mr. Ataga and his wife, you know, estranged wife, they call them, they live separately because they've not been together. They're passing through a divorce process. This girl in question, Chidinma, this is as alleged. We are waiting for the police to confirm this if it is true. This girl in question, Chidinma, happens to be a niece to the boyfriend of Ataga's estranged wife. Okay, and they've been doing everything to ensure that the separation or the divorce process is completed as quickly as possible. This is as alleged. And that Chidinma was used as a pawn, okay, to facilitate the process of that divorce and all of that. And Ataga fell for it. And somehow, what was supposed to go, the script given to Chidinma on that very day, you know, things just went differently and all of that. Chidinma, you know, unfortunately killed the man. And according to the allegation, Chidinma placed a call to her uncle, who is alleged to be the boyfriend of this man's wife. And it was the boyfriend to the man's wife who now arranged for Chidinma to leave the place cleanly. And the allegation equally stated that they collected the man's ATM card. It was the man's wife who provided the PIN for them to withdraw some amount of money from the man's account. So at the end of the day, if these things are true, these allegations, then it's not an isolated matter. It's not an accidental matter per se. It's a matter that was, you know, orchestrated. Probably the result was not supposed to be like this, but shit happens and all of that. And so, beyond just the moral question, as it were, you know, there might just be, okay, a predetermined, you know, fallout as far as this matter is concerned. So I think that this issue of Chidinma should be looked at as a singular, okay, not as reflective of all others, you know. But that is not to say I agree with the fact that side checking is good. It's not, to be very honest, morally it's not right, okay. But we need to equally look at what make people engage in that. Is it that the home they have as married men is not conducive for them? Is it that they have a mental health issue itself? Is it that, you know, they are just born to be like that? There are women who are nymphomanians. They are undergoing treatment. It's a serious mental health problem. Many of them are just born like that. They must sleep around. They must satisfy that urge and all of that. So there are so many things that will come in that make response to this very, very subjective, as it were. But on the whole subject of morality, it is not appropriate. It is not very good to, of course, side chick. Not this time, most especially.
Thank you, my brother, Comrade Lamptey, for your very sound deposition. As in the course of this Chidinma Ataga episode, some people are beginning to advocate that with the increase in the way people are side chicking, not just only men. I want to also put on record that women are also doing side chick, or if we want to change it to we are on air. So pardon my language, side cocking. So women are also side cocking, you know. So people are now saying that for the men, should we now go back to the era of polygamy? I know a lot of this has a lot of religious connotation, because people have propounded the theory that by nature, most men are polygamous. They want to chop okra, chop a goosey, and they also sometimes take vegetable soup, edika unkwobi and different kind of soup and pepper soup and all that. My brother Austin, how you see this matter? Because
Thank you.
because the National Association of Sugar Daddy and Side Chicken Men, they are meeting in Port Harcourt this week.
My brother Tony, it is a serious matter. As Obayagbon will always say, is political pepper souping. And our men are going from one type of soup to the other. Like Comrade Lamte say, some men are just naturally like that. They don't even see it as anything sinful or anything moral, anything about morals. They just do it. There are some guys, even before marriage, they have different chicks, different girlfriends in different states and stuff like that. I just want to add a perspective. You know, because of the way Africa is, there are so many connotations to everything that we do. Foremost among them, poverty. Poverty fostered by bad governance. Because whether we like it or not, we have to look at the political aspect as well. So most people, like taking the Chidinma case in question, if what she said is true, that she withdrew about 300 and something thousand to go and pay her school fees. We suggest that she's pushing the aspect of I'm poor and I don't have money. And probably maybe if they further ask her, she will tell you that she's in this business because she needs money to survive. While I was in Uniben those days, I know of so many friends and classmates. I won't say friends now. Maybe you call them acquaintances, who I know are students during the day and at night are probably doing some other stuff. But they were focused in their academics, but they come from a very poor home, so they needed money to succeed in life. And some of them today are actually very successful. So for those people, for the men that were doing it, there was a symbiotic benefit. So that's why I will support Comrade Lamte and what I posted earlier on, that it's difficult to answer this question stricto sensu because there are so many strings attached to it. What I would also say, for men who think that one lady is not enough for them as a wife, I think in the African setting, apart from the Christian religion in Nigeria, every other religion is not totally against polygamy. So maybe for rest of mind, it will be good for our men to convert the side chicks to authentic relationship and marriage. So it becomes very clear.
No, but I may want to correct an impression here, sir.
Yeah.
You know, to be very honest, even Christianity is not against polygamy.
Okay.
This is very true. I have read, you know, aspects of the Bible to try to look at this. When you look at the Old Testament, okay, with great men like Abraham, great men like King Solomon, King David, all of these people, okay, they practiced, you know, polygamy that cannot even be practiced in present day. Now, when Jesus Christ came as the man who now set the tone for what life should be, as it were, Jesus Christ didn't talk about polygamy at any time. As a matter of fact, in his own day, you understand what I'm saying? His people were polygamists. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't really give any instruction. When you read the Beatitude and all of that. But the only thing he said is that if your right hand causes you to sin, okay, then cut it off. So if you cannot manage it, okay, in a way that it will not lead you to miss salvation, then you should desist from it. There are issues with polygamy, there is no doubt about it. There are issues with it, really serious issues that can make a man miss his path. You understand what I'm saying now? It's convenient to actually live with one wife. But if you happen to marry a wife that is a wrong wife, you will appreciate, you know, the privilege and opportunity, you know, of being able to look through a different window. You understand what I'm saying now? And the Benin people usually make a parable to say that, well, if one wife gives birth to 100 children for a man, it is just one child. I mean, many of us may not agree with all that, okay, but it is in the spirit of the fact that in those days polygamy was widely practiced, and somehow the women have control over the children they have given birth to, which means that the children of Madam A may behave differently, okay, you know, compared to children of Madam B or Madam C or Madam D, you know, because in polygamy it is always a matter, a tussle, you know, everybody wants to have their own fair share of whatever is available. So morally, you know, I think it is not convenient to practice. If a man has a good wife, it's important to invest everything on that good wife and the children and have a very peaceful life. But if it becomes the reverse, the woman is not good or the man is not good, okay, the house is in torment, man, it's an issue. But it is purely subjective anyway. No one response is can be said to be an answer to every you know, to everything.
Thank you so much, Comrade Lamptey. Spirit, it's not flesh and blood. It's not flesh that is revealing that to you. It might be the spirit as well. But I think the most religious person among our midst is our own Dr. Tony Agbons. Maybe we're going to create another day to talk about that. But in the times you were depositing, you actually answered the question quite clear, because polygamy, though accepted, it is a difficult thing to manage. I was only going down that route to say that instead of the side chick that makes it look a bit suspicious, a man can then formalize whatever relationship he has so that he'll be free of all the innuendos and there will be no place hiding to see your chick. Rather, you know that it's in a rented apartment or it's in a place where you can go easily to visit and do your stuff. We established that it is very subjective. It is subjective. It's a difficult matter to discuss because, like you said, some women are fortunate to have very terrible men. Some men are also fortunate to have very terrible women. And it's difficult to legislate to tell this person not to have a side chick or side cock. But if everything works well and there's a spirit that is guiding everybody, then it is morally right to do the right thing. Because to manage even two girlfriends is cumbersome of managing a wife and many other side chicks. Like we said, there are so many things that pull people to do this, but let's always try to be guided. I don't know what the outcome of the meeting of the Association of Side Chick Men will be bringing up in Port Harcourt. But in any case, it's a wake-up call for us to try to do the right thing. It's a wake-up call to my brother Tony, to the government. We need to create an egalitarian society where side chicking and side cocking is not done purely for survival purpose. I don't want to say economic reasons. I want to say for survival purpose. Because many of the good people that we have in our country might just be led away because they have little or no money. I went through school in difficult period. Probably maybe if I was a girl, I would have been involved in all those type of stuff. And so many people will give that reason. So the government really has a role to play.
Austin, may I interject? I think that we are getting it all wrong, to be very honest. Because if we put this thing on the issue of hardship, we may be getting it really, really wrong. To be honest, the values of society has changed tremendously. A lot of these people, okay, they don't do it because they are broke. It is a style for many of them. We not call them slay queens. You hear somebody tell you, man, I buy my first car at the age of 18. I built my first car at the age of 20. Now, this same Chidinma, I have a clip here. Let us play this clip and listen. So, you know, say, man, no, this matter is because there's this competitive spirit now amongst our young people. Everybody want to make money money where their parents don't even make in the 60 years, 70 years. They want to make it in 2 years. Many of them are not broke. Even some well-to-do children in school, in the same day we are talking about right now, in the days of Europe, then some well-to-do children who are in school, you know that this family, they are well-to-do. Their daughters will be trooping into buses at night to go and collect for 5,000 naira in the time of Governor Lucky Benedion to attend one party in government house where some chieftains of political parties across the nation are going to come to Edo State and all of that. So some R&D will just come. You see these guys, it's not because of anything. It became like, and the thing has grown now to a different level. But this is what one video we encountered about Chidinma to tell you that it may not be a matter of say somebody is poor or something like that. Let us
guys, please go on, please don't do this to me. Don't mind that. Let's have be questioning you. You know what you should do? I'm enjoying. You know what she should be doing? She should be on Arise TV. You know what? Are you shy? You can't do that too, because are you shy? Not be studio, but even this place. Come. Me wait say sit down here they drink I be full. And me wait they sit down here they drink I be full. Not be studio now, but you've done very well. I like your chop knuckle. Come, we can promote you. Hello.
She's showing her skill.
Yeah, she's showing her skills. Yeah, she is. She is. You've done well. I be Chidinma. You've done well, man. Anyway, nice one. Later. You guys, please.
Now, that clip I just played now, okay, somebody wrote a comment, I don't know how true it is. It said it's a multi-million naira store owned by this girl. 21-year-old 300 level student. You know the work. She gets a multi-million naira shop. Hombre, sorry, as you go speak Spanish. Come on, which poverty will they talk about here? Where's this money coming from? So yeah, Mr. Taga may not actually just be the only person she has collecting this. So it's become a way of life for many of our people, and many others are aspiring to be like that. Not because they are necessarily poor, but because it's just a way of life. We want to show the others that we are on top of the game.
Yeah, I think let me come in here. I want to really commend both of you, Comrade Lante Oriake and Pharmacist Iremiren, for your contribution so far on this issue. There is an issue of value somewhere in this matter. Because what I have noticed, is no longer I came from Nigeria, I visited, and there is this penchant now for young people to say, I want hammer, myself one maker, I want blow. So that everybody wants to ride a Lexus Jeep, and the latest you hear now is that if you are not driving a 4-wheel, you are not driving the Range Rovers and all these latest cars. And this is one of the things that is pushing our society down the drain. But we cannot also separate it from the flaunting of wealth by the political class in our country.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of social issues that are responsible for this. Like this video you showed now, Comrade, there was a store run with millions of naira. So this guy, at least she already has something, but she's not stopping. And absolutely. I also agree, Mr. Ataga may not be the only client she has. In fact, she has said that she's been romantically involved with Mr. Ataga in the last 4 months, and probably have known the man in the last 6 months. And they've been doing this. To be honest, my brother, I suspect that what happened to Mr. Ataga, this is just my own suspicion, it was an adventure that went wrong. And in an attempt to kind of hide it and correct it, and then she just went on and on and on and on and on. Because there's a statement that the Lagos State Police Command have released. They found in Chidinma's house a driver's license with her picture, but with the name Mary Johnson on it. I think then they found something else again. I can't remember something else again. The police also found phone number, some foreign phone number. So you see all this, that there are other subterranean. So this issue of slay queen, slay dude, and all the rest. To be honest, there are also some young men who go around with some very rich women just to get by and live in Lekki, and they live. What's the name of the other place in Lagos that is also very posh? Banana Island, Park View, and all those places, Amen Estate, and all the rest. They want to live there. Look, our society, we are drifting, and we are drifting very fast. So this issue of Ataga and Chidinma is a lesson for all of us. It's a lesson for our society that we need to retrace our steps. That is just my own contribution. Austin, I just want us to take a summary before we link this issue to another one that is also happening, which I want us to discuss about.
Sorry, before Austin comes on,
yes,
there's a message here I want to play. I want us to just say this. You know, it's a man of God, a preacher on the pulpit, talking about this chicken matter. Just for a minute or two, you know, 54 seconds, I think. Let's just take a listen.
I was telling my wife recently to take care of side chick. You know how much? My brother, only one chick. You know how costly it is? Glory to God. You know I have a girlfriend by the side. You know how much? And you know those side chicks are costlier than me. But thank you, Jesus. I don't have a side chick. My money saved. Profit in righteousness. Buy. I need iPhone. I want. I don't buy iPhone for nobody. Send me recharge what? Where we go for the which weekend? You know it's Valent War. My money saved.
What the man has said there.
You see, that is a man, a preacher, you know, on the pulpit. Now, when he said all these things, he appeared to me like a man speaking from experience. He understood. Probably he don't reach that area. Understands, okay, this is not a very convenient matter for anybody, whether man of God or ordinary person. It's expensive. But you know the funny thing, the reverse out of it. In Nigeria, side chicken is expensive. But I tell you one thing, in Europe, okay, it is the men who are the side chicks. It is the men in places like Italy, Spain, you know, Germany and all of that. Our women pay for men to stay with them. So the men are the ones asking the women, look, I want to wear the best jeans, 250-pound jeans. I want to wear the best shirt. And the women go all the way to spend the money on the men. Now, this is how it be for. So if you look at, now the same thing where you hold this one, I hold the other one. Oh, okay? But this is how it is. So at the end of the day, it depends on where you are, the environment you are. In Nigeria right now, everybody is like, man, you know, we call that man. You have a side chick or you have a girlfriend. Of ordinary girlfriend, you never even marry. The society plays like it's a responsibility that you go to pay your sponsor, your girlfriend, that you go to pay, buy her this thing, do her this, do her that. Which, to be very honest, there are so many questions to be answered around this.
Thank
Austin,
you.
Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Austin, go ahead to your summary.
Yeah, just to conclude, I want to thank you, my brother Tony, for bringing this up and for our contributions. I will conclude just looking at three strands. First, to say that the men should be a bit careful. We've said that side chicken is not right, it's not morally right, and should not really be practiced. Where possible, let's try to avoid it. Faithfulness to our wife and our spouse is very important. Where that is not possible, instead of doing side chicks, it's better to formalize whatever relationship you have and know that you have that. In the eyes of the law, I don't know what law governs us now, but it is not also right. My advice also to governors and politicians, this money that you spray to make this business very lucrative for the young girls would have been better used for good governance and infrastructural development. And to our teeming youth, shortcut to wealth is not the best. Hard work really pays.
Comrade, just a summary from you before I introduce the next topic.
The summary, it cannot be from just a single strand or from two. I want to show us some footage. Now, I don't know if this is Chidinma, but this is a slay queen. Okay? And this is what the slay queen is doing. And if you compare what this slay queen is doing, compare it to where we came from as Africans, as Edo people, as Nigerians, you understand that something is wrong here. Let's just watch. Okay. Beyond this, society France are this, but let us take a look at this as well. These are our young ladies. Now, at the end of the day, the question you want to ask yourself is, what would be the content of discussion amongst these children, for instance, these young people? The only thing that you're going to find that is useful that they will be discussing is how to trap a man, how to extort money from a man, how to, get rich quick. The same way we have it with some of these girls, the same way we have it with some of our young men. But let's quickly establish that we have very responsible young ladies too that are growing up in Nigeria and elsewhere. You understand? But we have a few of them that are really, really misguided like this. They are the ones who need this advice. And it's important to state quickly that there's a footage that has been flying around, okay, in the name of Chidinma. But I think that there are objections to it. People can claim that this particular footage, this picture is not Chidinma's picture. I don't know if Tony has something to say about that.
Yes, thank you very much. We've gone into the research archives, and this picture you are seeing here is not that of Chidinma Ojukwu. This is Miss Beverly Sako, a South African model and fashion retailer. She's very popular on Instagram and Facebook. And she's 20, but she looks like Chidinma, but she's not Chidinma. Even there's another video on her YouTube page where she was. I think that was the video that the man of God who was speaking earlier. You could see that little clip behind. So this is not Chidinma. It's been debunked by repostnigeria.com, by Opera News, and a lot of South African media outlets. So this is Beverly Sako. She's a South African. She's 20, but she is a very powerful slave queen. But using her body shape and her sexiness to sell her fashion, wares and all that. So thank you, Comrade, for bringing this up.
But just but with all due respect, my brother, when you look at this picture that we are looking at right now, okay?
I know where you are going.
You want to talk about the
Ugbe?
I am not joking. The Benin people say, Ugbe na dey got the eroma. That the story you see coming will not blind you. That's what the Benin people say.
Many men cannot resist this one.
I have amended that to say that the stone you see coming will not blind you only if you take your eyes away. If you leave your eyes that way, it will destroy it. Imagine this kind of matter right now that we are looking at. Look at the matter we are talking about right now.
It is a real matter, my brother.
It is a serious matter, my brother. Very serious.
Now,
very serious.
As a man,
I think we have even overlooked already.
As a man, these matters are everywhere. You have money like this late Ataga, and you are a faithful person. You have been faithful all your life, but you are being surrounded by matters like this. They deliberately do it. My brother.
So that is the lady walking around now is Beverly Sako. She's South African. It is not Chidinma. though she resembles, but it's not Chidinma. It's been proven. The news is all over the net, so we can authoritatively debunk that. But this kind of matter, like my brother Lante is saying, it takes a man to have a shield that the Roman army used to wear to be able to resist all this kind of matter that we are seeing now. These are not easy matters.
Sir, if Chidinma is a reflection of this, how much blame, and maybe Ataga is not caught up in a very dangerous environment with this, how much blame will you apportion to Ataga? Look at now.
Now the matter with the settle since yesterday.
Rest in peace, my brother, Mr. Ataga.
You know, because I'm not here. Not here.
It is that bad now that I equally saw this footage and I thought I would play this. It was on TikTok.
The sugar daddy wey everybody dey manage. E reach your turn, you go kill am. Today, my there is God. There is God in everything we are doing. There is God. There is God.
Now, as funny as this may be, as funny as it may sound, okay, the reality in what these ladies just said, okay, is one that we cannot overlook. The sugar daddy when everybody they manage, which means that sugar daddying in our own society is a matter that is strongly resident. Strongly resident. How do you now begin to address this issue? Now it's funny. She plays it like, man, it's comedy.
Sugar daddy wey everybody dey manage. E reach your turn, you go kill am.
Yeah, it's a very serious matter.
It's a serious matter right now. It's not being carved out like this. You understand? If you have money, I mean, bro, I go to Nigeria, you go to Nigeria. If somebody say discipline,
but you for
bro like this,
yeah.
You see the way they all of them, my brother, not where there are some decent young ladies who don't even look at you, my brother. Even with some go say you don't marry,
yes.
If not be disciplined, you may wait man. You are looking good. You come from abroad. Your skin fresh. Something like this comes around you for where a hotel day. Come serve you drink. Hombre.
You must be courageous.
You must be courageous, my brother. So I think we should pray for courage. Courage and direction. Very important.
It's true. So, because this, you see the video you are seeing now, our viewers, it takes a man of huge courage and direction.
And how many do we have?
How many do we have? Because for men, the third leg, most times, are very uncontrollable. And I saw one video clip today in my alumni group, secondary school alumni group, talking about Dokpolo Grammar School. Somebody posted, the man said that if a man cannot control his erection can be a source of destruction. So those words have been playing in my mind since. So men, all members of the National Association of Sugar Daddies, make we begin control erection. Oh. Austin.
That is absolutely true. The conclusion is that we need to begin to control our erection. I think we've dealt with this matter. It's an involving one, and more information may come out. I appeal to those in charge of these issues, both from the enforcement side in terms of the police and the legal side, to do a thorough justice to this. And this may just serve as a lesson to many of us and a recalibration of that courage from men, which we talked about. But my brothers, again, while this was happening in Nigeria, far away in England, something similar was happening. It's like the chicks, the side chicks, had a game plan to unravel Africa and some part of Europe. It is no longer news that the former Secretary of Health to the United Kingdom, Matt Hancock, a 47-year-old Oxford graduate, 42-year-old Oxford graduate, was caught in the entanglement of side chicken. And there were video evidence caught in CCTV. And when this came out on Friday, we thought the gentleman in the usual way would survive after many innuendos. But yesterday evening, he threw the towel and officially resigned as health secretary. Tony, was this the wind of side chicken blowing across sub-Saharan Africa and finding its way to Europe? What do you speak? What's your thought about this?
My brother, this matter of side chick is gone global, and it is unfortunate that it also caught a big fish here in the United Kingdom. But the good thing about that of Matt Hancock, the former health and social care secretary, is that he's alive. He's alive. Although he has lost his position and is most likely, I was reading some report yesterday, I think he's on the verge of also losing his marriage as well. Because what makes this Hancock own very unique is that the side chick is also married. Gina De Angelo. She's married and she's 43. They were both friends in Oxford when they were in university. And for some reasons, Matt Hancock decided to make her an aide. This is a girl you probably have been eyeing while they were in university. You come and bring her close again. And they always say that old love, the flame, never really go away. So the man actually, this is a serious entanglement. He entangled himself. And the thing about Matt Hancock case is that people in the UK, most of the people that have been condemning his action, they are not even really looking at the kiss and all that. He was pressing the woman's buttocks and all that. They are saying that he violated the social distance rule.
Absolutely.
That one, because Matt Hancock it was that set the rules that somebody from another family you should not have contact, and that is why there was lockdown. Most of us were working from home if you had to, So people came hammering on that. The opposition party, the Labour Party, came hammering on that. Hancock apologized, but they never stopped. And they put pressure on him. The media were setting the agenda, and the man finally threw in the towel yesterday because he could no longer take it. We have it on good authority that even though the UK Prime Minister had agreed that the matter was closed and he wanted to keep Hancock on, we have it on good authority that probably the PM must have called Hancock and said, "Oh boy, this matter get as a bill. The matter don't pass over the wall. You need to throw in the towel before I sack you." So, but that could have happened between them. So, we are back again to this side chick issue. Let us all be careful. A career head secretary in the UK is one of the top 5 ministerial jobs, following that of the Chancellor, the Foreign Secretary, and the Home Secretary. So it is a top job. And for a 42-year-old man, Hancock actually contested the leadership of the Labour Party recently.
Conservative.
Of the Conservative Party. He threw in. He wanted to be the leader. So he was a prime ministerial candidate at some point, and now he's lost it. But like I said, thank God he's alive. But there are lessons for us to learn. That is my take at the moment, my brother.
Thank you so much, Comrade Tony Agbons, for that. Comrade Lamptey, I'm not going to allow you to talk on the issue of the side chicken issue relating to Matt Hancock. I think that is well established. But I just want us to look at 2 things, and I'll be asking you the question first. He has paid the ultimate price. His political career is almost in jeopardy and hanging on the balance. He may still save it, we don't know. But my question to you, Comrade Lamptey, what lesson should our country, Nigeria, learn from this? As soon as this break, the government tried, But what was supposed to be done has been done in the eyes of the electorate. He has since resigned. Why is it that when we have issues like this in Nigeria, even when the people involved are caught in the very act, corruption, size chicken, embezzlement, nobody resigns? What kind of lesson should Nigeria learn? And why is resignation not a gift for wrongdoing? Please speak to that.
I think what brings to mind is that we have a very serious problem with followership in Nigeria, and I don't know what that is. Okay, but it may probably be due to lack of proper education. The problem is not really from the politicians; it's from the society. We live in a society where we are by nature we are very nepotistic. Okay, in that if the person who is doing wrong is from our own tribesman, we want to protect the person because our tribesman. So we want to compare to say other tribes were, when they had the chance, they did their corruption, embezzled money. Now it's our own time. So rather than dealing with the situation, that is bedeviling us as a nation, we are sentimental about it. We are shielding our own, and of course allowing, corruption to thrive and all of that. Then more than that, the powerful, the politicians, they become so powerful to the extent that we idolize them. We make them idols. Okay? So the entire value system, politically, socially, or otherwise, has changed over the years. So the man who is aspired to be a politician, for instance, and he gets into office, automatically assumes, the kind of power that is not bestowed upon him to make him more important than the people he's governing, to make him the god over them. And the people actually treat him like you are our god. Where you are, we don't have any power at all. It is your dictate that we must follow. Now, look at this Hancock matter now. It was a newspaper, I think the Sun, that made this revelation. I can tell you the truth. Looking between the lines, having followed this matter for quite a while, I can tell you that it is not the first time Matt Hancock had been doing this with this girl. This lady, for instance. It's been on. Some people who knew what was happening were the people who went to go and tell, the Sun newspaper. I may be suspecting Cummings, the former aide to Boris Johnson, who was ingloriously, equally, sacked or removed from, from the cabinet, who was accused just a few weeks ago, Matt Hancock, on other matters that are, of course, issues that are unbecoming of somebody who's supposed to be the Secretary of, of State, on head, as it were. Now, I can tell you almost for sure that the camera that they used, to capture that image may have been installed recently, just to ensure that they bring this matter to the fore. As soon as this evidence comes to the fore, only one thing is sure: Hancock will either resign or he will be sacked. Now, why are they doing this? They are doing this to remind the society again that when you assume certain position of responsibility, there are certain things expected of you, because you become an example. And so it is your example people want to follow. Cummings fell because the same COVID rule said people should not travel indiscriminately. He did because he was close to the Prime Minister. This man, Hancock, set the rule to say there should be social distancing, except with members of your family. But he was kissing, an age-long acquaintance and all of that. Romancing an age-long acquaintance secretly. Now, how many of them are doing that? But as soon as they are found, now, Boris Johnson, with all due respect, he he's a bird of the same feather with person like Cummings, for instance. We can assume so and all of that. He accepted his apology the first time. But when he saw the heat coming, I am sure that if Hancock had not resigned, by today, everybody would have been calling on Boris Johnson's cabinet to resign. I am sure that by next week, a vote of no confidence would have been moved in Parliament against the Johnson's cabinet. So when they saw what is happening, the crowd was already getting thick and getting thicker. They knew that what they had to do was to ask Hancock to quickly resign. Now I feel for Hancock, because this man, I saw him, I loved him, the way he's been handling the COVID-19 matter, and I do equally feel that this guy is a prime ministership candidate, after Johnson. He's one to be, to be looked out for, himself, and of course the secretary of the Treasury Department and all of that, because these are fine gentlemen. They've shown that, as it were. Okay, but on the flip side, look at the Nigerian states, where these guys are servants serving their people. In Nigeria, they are lords, they are kings, they are gods to the people. So unless and until we, the people of Nigeria, the ordinary people, demystifies these people that we have given power to, and make them understand that they are serving us, and really act in line with that, it must start from the constituency you are from. So there must be that level of awareness, that level of education to understand that we own the power. The power belongs to the people. For instance, Buhari, for every moral reason, ought to have resigned as president of Nigeria. He has failed to protect lives and property. He has failed to deliver on the promises he made to the country. As a matter of fact, that of protection of lives and property, he has failed in that. Now he has failed to resign. You expect a responsible National Assembly to do the needful. What are they doing? They are shining him. They are making him look like a god. The man will say he's not going to answer the call of the National Assembly, and to be business as usual. Nigerians will be there. We are not crying out. Disrespect of proper institutions representing the people by the executive arm of government. And yet it is business as usual. So unless and until it becomes a matter that is no longer business as usual, that we keep on calling and saying, man, look, Buhari must go. You must resign. Or National Assembly do the needful. If you are not doing the needful, let the constituencies begin to recall their members. There's a via for that. Now, the constituencies themselves, are they aware of the power bestowed, upon them by this weak constitution we actually have? That we can recall those we send there. Now, the people we send to the National Assembly, Senate, House of Reps, how often do they organize town hall meetings with their constituents? How much political education are we delivering to the people of Nigeria to make the ordinary man, even though had not gone through the 4 walls of formal education, to understand that as an electorate, he owns the power to determine what happens in his own country? Now, we have failed in all of these. And so therefore, look at even the Buhari we are talking about right now. Look at the Obasanjos we've had. These are people who were worse than Matt Hancock more than 1 million times. People like Obasanjo and all of that. But all those matter even too small for Nigerians to even say they won't bother about. So I think the matter is not about those in authority. It's more about all of us, the Nigerian people who are the electorate. We are the ones who must take the bull by the horns. And remember, in one of the NAS Senate meetings of the National Assembly of Nigerian Students many years back, when Obasanjo was in office, there was a time NAS moved and said this president had traveled out of Nigeria 21 times, only when he's just 18 months in office. What is he doing? And the civil society groups began to ask questions and all of that. Such things need to be sustained. You are borrowing monies. Who are you borrowing the money for? We are not seeing the dividends. Petroleum pump price is increasing. cost of living is increasing, everything is increasing. You are failing, and yet we are managing. And that peace of mind, Prophet Fela Anikulapo Kuti, suffering and smiling. So we must remove the smiling, embrace the suffering, and come out and demand that there should be proper change. Unless and until that is done, let the average politician begin to be afraid of the electorate. If that is not done, my brother, in fact, the story will remain the same way. Sorry, I've taken some time.
Thank you so much, my brother, Comrade Lampton. You have done justice to that. And I know the time is fast spent. We are going to be rounding up shortly. But we're going to bring that out, that there is a moral question on our leaders to do the needful. We are not even talking about the issue of the side chicks now with Mark Hancock. That will be dealt with. But what is important, because government will have to move on. And whatever Mark Hancock said during the course of the pandemic became law. And what was important was that his action on Friday.
Can we take this caller, sir?
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's your brother, your usual brother from Ezekiel. I do not want to mention my name this time.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah, so I just listened to you shortly, and I thank you. And let me once again use this opportunity to say happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir.
And long life and prosperity.
Amen.
So you've just talked about something that bothers me a lot. And I think I have deliberated on this briefly before with you. Look, the issue of Nigeria, before we have a positive change or changes in Nigeria against the elites that have hijacked the country for, I would say, maybe since independence. So they are the same people. They can only accept you when you are under spell, or they have initiated anybody. That is when they will accept people to be queued behind them. So the only way to get it done is for the youth across the world to form an institution, organization, and a solid one, and not to be in haste like the IPOB. You just wake up one day and you want to fight a country. It is not easy, and this is the most populated country in Africa. It is not easy. There should be a very structured organization that all the Nigerians will be involved, and the well-educated people will be involved, and these people will live outside Nigeria and do things against the Nigeria government. This is the only way, and not just for children or a few people fighting them. It will not work. The only way it will work is that there should be an organization recognized by the whole world, by important countries in the world, educated people that will push against Nigeria government. That is when you get difference or changes. When they now continue to see that people, intellectuals abroad, Nigerians abroad, they are now negotiating conditions that will make things difficult for them. Then you see, and this thing is not something you rush to achieve. It could be a process for 5 years or even more than that. You will be giving them an intensive heat. Then you see that they will be changing the narrative. So if you don't do this, and everybody is coming out to do a little protest and try to do anything that will force them out of power or make positive changes, it will not work. So we can discuss this anyway. I'm just at rush, and I want to leave you now so that.
Thank you very much, sir.
With your program.
Thanks for your call. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much to that caller. I think is all he's saying is that we need long-term planning, and we need institutions to be able to stand these wicked leaders that are putting our country in a very wrong way. So like I was saying before the caller came, it is the issue of law. So those pronouncements regarding COVID rule became law. And when those videos came out 2 days ago, it was clear that Mark Hancock has broken the law. And he knew the price for it, and he paid the price. But back in our country, we don't pay the price. And in the course of our discussion, we talked about, should I call them the fourth or the fifth realm of the common man now, which is the newspaper journalism, and they came and they stood and made sure that the needful was done. So my question to
sorry, bros. Just before you go on, I just want to touch. I forgot about it. Do you know that during the NSAS program, NSAS, protest, after the protest, certain news media in Nigeria, they were suspended and fined by the Nigerian government, and yet nobody made any move against it.
Yeah, they were gagged.
That is very sad. So I will just throw the last contribution on this matter to Dr. Tony Agbons, after which Comrade Lamptey, you will take off and do the roundup. Just to ask Tony, looking at the Sun newspaper and the action they played in the United Kingdom to see that Mark Hancock left office, are we very sure there is still journalism and print media institutions in Nigeria? If they are they doing enough?
Yeah, thank you, my brother, pharmacist Iremira, for the way you have anchored this segment of the program. I would say we still have a media outlet in Nigeria. I want to throw an example so that our viewers can just remember. In Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, a journalist scooped a governor and recorded him on video, taking bribe in dollars in Nigeria. This was governor of Kano State, Governor Ganduje. That was just before the elections. We all saw that video. There were several clips of it. We could all identify, just like Hancock now, that this was Governor Ganduje. It was him. The man still went ahead and won the election. People were landslide. Thank you, landslide. People were still queuing under his photo, voting for him. So that boils down to what Comrade was saying earlier. The citizens, until we also, people will say, "Oh, he rigged it." Excuse me. If people did not queue under his to go and thumbprint, there's no way the other candidate should. That is enough to lose an election. He won. As we speak, the man is still a governor, and he's going to complete his final 4 years now. So what are we? So we the people. Some of us have been saying this. Oh, it not concern me. They are doing registration. You tell people, say, go and register. I am in the UK. I'm a member of the Labour Party. I pay my dues. They take it from my bank account. You can't just, and there are a lot of things I'm involved in the party. So you have to be involved. But there are people who you tell them, they say, oh, our own, I know. People will say, oh, things are hard. Things will not change if we don't get involved. This don't look we are doing, not concern me. 2023 is around the corner. We know there is crisis now and all that. But even at that, politicians are strategizing already. Even in all this. Before you know it, another election will come. So we the people, we have a role to play. So there is media, but the media is constantly being gagged, and the media has no support. And I must tell you, if you see the support that the Sun newspaper have been having, people have been doing what do they call this thing in actors have been doing different shorts. People have been doing comedy on the Hancock kissing and social distance rule that he has broken. So the whole thing, everybody is just singing one tune. So you have no choice than to throw in the towel. But if it's our own now, some people will say, oh, it's from our side of the country. My thief better pass your thief. So look, we have a lot of issues until we all begin to, say, no matter what, if somebody has done the wrong thing, let us say it is wrong thing. Somebody has done well, like you always say, Austin, let us always commend. Until we get to that stage, it is not yet Uhuru.
That's a problem, yeah.
My people, thank you so much. Thanks to Comrade Dr. Tony Agbons for that quick summation, and also to our own Comrade Lamptey Ikponwosa Oriahi. For our viewers, it's been a very lovely show. I believe you've enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed it. To wrap up, we now know, and we've known before, not in news, that our laws in Nigeria are not respected. Until our leaders begin to respect our laws, we have a long battle before we get there. We have also made it clear today with the postulation of my two comrades that people, citizens, are very important. We have a role to play in deciding where our country would go. And for Nigeria, as a big wig, a great country in the African continent, there's a lot we need to learn, especially from other civilized countries. Using the case of Mark Hancock as a lesson, let us begin to turn the tide so that we can enjoy the country of our dream. It is on this note that I want to welcome our CNC, who has been on Anchorage hiatus for the last few hours, to come back and do justice to this evening and do the normal razzmatazz. To our viewers, thank you so much. Dr. Tony Agbons and Comrade Lanti Bomosa and our wonderful viewers, it's been a pleasure for me standing in. I pass the baton to the almighty CNC and I say, happy birthday, long life and prosperity.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you so very much. You've done a wonderful job, honestly, very wonderful job. And I want to thank Dr. Agbons. Wonderful, wonderful. I think it's been a very exciting program today. There's no doubt. Very exciting. Of course, we've had a lot of people participating. You guys made the program what it's been. The callers, those, making comments, whether we agree or not, we are all participating. Felicia Boegbe, I see you. Thank you very much. You'll be very busy. Erasmus, Najule, thank you so very much. Osas, Ikagwiri Arama, I thank you. These guys are on Facebook. You wonderful people. Everybody has been part of this dialogue. Hope Easy, thank you so very much. On YouTube, we've quite have had a lot of persons. Mary Daniel, thank you. You've been part of this process. Thank you so very much. Anthony Ajibola, always regular on this program. Ima Agbedion, Joy Osas, Abat Okundia. You guys have been, very wonderful. That's on YouTube, and we are very grateful to you for being part of this program. Your contributions equally, they are useful and they are valid, as it were. And we are happy, we are grateful to you guys. Like, my brothers, Tony and of course Agbons have already registered. We are hoping that Nigeria will get better. We are hoping that we will learn from the mistakes of, other nations and get better, improve. Not just the mistakes, the lessons of other nations, and improve on our own system. Just before I round off, for those who may not have listened, I want to just play this last clip, and this one is the resignation clip of Matt Hancock. It's essential, we hear, the content of this clip, so that probably, integrity will lead the way for the Nigerian, politicians to understand that when they err and they are caught in the act, or they are convicted in the act, they should honorably throw in the towel. But let's take a listen, please.
I've been to see the Prime Minister to resign as Secretary of State for Health and Social Care. I understand the enormous sacrifices that everybody in this country has made, that you have made, and those of us who make these rules have got to stick by them, and that's why I've got to resign. I want to thank people for their incredible sacrifices and what they've done. Everybody working in the NHS, across social care, everyone involved in the vaccine programme, and frankly everybody in this country who has risen to the challenges that we've seen over this past 18 months. I'm very proud of what we've done to protect the NHS at the peak, to deliver that vaccine rollout, probably one of the fastest in the world. And I look forward to supporting the government and the Prime Minister from the backbenches to make sure that we can get out of this pandemic. We're so close to the end, and then build back better so that this country can fulfill its potential, which is so great. And I will do that with all of my heart.
Matt Hancock, former Secretary of health and social care services in the United Kingdom, resigning right there. Hopefully, we hope Nigeria will be a better place tomorrow to see things like this happen, to reassure society that we are on a very good path to greatness. Having said that, I want to continue to say a very big thank you to everybody who's been part of this, and of course, no much razzmatazz. Hopefully, within a week, we're going to come our way again, and of course, look at some of the burning issues that are coming out of our nation. Remember, it's a Comrade show. What we do is to talk about things happening around our communities, around our nation, to make us a better people, to make Edo State a better state. And of course, I want to quickly, I think I may have forgotten this. To be honest, it's something that we needed to have done. I don't have that clip, but definitely I'm going to try to talk about it much later. Tomorrow, there is going to be a meeting with the governor of Edo State. Of course, it's a meeting where the governor of Edo State is going to be talking about reviewing, the outcome of Edo Best, the educational program of the Edo State government. And of course, the links are everywhere. We are going to post it on the Comrade show as well. Please, I want to enjoin you guys to, click on the link, you register to be part of it. I have registered. I like to be part of it. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that what the governor has been doing in recent time, of course, is been, getting, some of these things very right. Progress has been steady in Edo State. Governance has taken a better shape. And of course, this particular meeting that the government of Edo State is going to be having tomorrow with stakeholders and of course Edo people on Edo Best, 3 years of Edo Best and its evaluation, I think is the right step in the right direction. We must be able to have policies, and these policies are being implemented. We must be able to evaluate them to know how much these policies are impacting, the people of the state, and that's what the government of Edo State is doing. And just recently, a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, commended the governor of Edo State for his developmental strides, particularly in the area of reforms. Many people may not see, this now, the good of this at this time. Believe you me, the reforms being put in place by the governor of Edo State, it's very foundational. It's like a case of seeking ye first the kingdom of, of development, and every other thing shall follow. And that's what we are seeing with the government. So I want to encourage us. Shortly after now, we are going to post the link on the Comrade show. Get back to that Comrade show, click on the link, register, and join the governor tomorrow, and let us begin to evaluate Edo Best. And I'm sure all of us can begin to make our contributions towards ensuring that the education standard in Edo State, particularly the primary and the tertiary, they are hugely improved. So on that note, my people, I want to hand over the baton to my brothers so they can just say the last word, at least for today. But I'll start with Dr. Tony Agbons, Comrade Dr. Tony Agbons.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. All our viewers, I want to thank you all for staying with us since we started this program today. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for your contribution and those that have shared. I really appreciate you all. As we move into a new month and the second half of the year 2021, I wish you all God's best. For my brother Lamte, God bless your new age. I salute you, brother. I salute you.
Thank you. I appreciate you, sir. So we equally have my brother, Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremira.
Yeah, thank you all our viewers for joining and for sharing today's program. I have particularly enjoyed it myself. I'm so blessed to be on show today with Dr. Tony Agbons and the Birthday Boy, Comrade Lanti Ponsaraki. I wish you all the very best. Our viewers, thanks for joining us. I shall, on behalf of you, give the tonic to our CNC in due course. Thanks for joining the Sunday Tonic. God bless you all and enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you very much, my brothers. I appreciate you guys, all you comrades, musketeers of the Comrade Show. You guys are wonderful. The friends and followers of the Comrade Show, God bless you. Please, if you're on YouTube, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification button. Remember, we discuss national issues here. If you love national issues, come on, subscribe and be part of our, national issues. And of course, on Facebook, follow us, click, like our page. Of course, click on the notification button as well, so that when we are on like this, you'll be part of the process. On that note, I want to say a very big thank you. And of course, it's going to be goodbye from all of us this evening. And say bye for now till we see you again. It's been the Comrade Show, the Comrade and Friends. Bye.
Yes, the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show. Wait, Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade